and welcome back to Get Me a Library. So today's video is letting you know the books that I intend to read in January and a slight update on the books that I've already read, just in case you haven't watched the last video, which I've linked here. Books that I have read this month so far is the Half-Blood Prince, the Deathly Hallows and Fire and Heist. The sort of like snippet to catch up is here, and I'm also tagging my review for Fire and Heist here as well, so you can see that too. So I got this reading journal from Tbr List, and I must say it's the first one I've ever had, and I'm absolutely loving it because it's already kept track of those 3 books, and I've already written down the books that I'm intending on reading. I've already read 3 books and it's only the 9th of January. I mean, that's pretty good. So the 3 books that I've already read are on here now, and I've put like my rating as well. I then have 2 books on here which I'm intending on reading and I want to read in January. The rest that I've got here are sort of just like, I would like to read these ones in January as well, but it doesn't matter too much. So I really want to read Throne of Glass. Now, because Throne of Glass is a series of 7 books, I think, there are so many just to read in one go, and I'm already in a book club, and I've got a book that I need to read as well because I got it sent to me from Penguin, which I want to read. So I'm kind of postponing the Throne of Glass series until after that. Then I'm going to kind of do a book here, a book there, and read some other books as well. But I've done really well this week because I was reading Harry Potter, finished it straight away, in time for the Fairy Loot read-along. Last month when I had the read-along, I paused the book I was reading to do the read-along and read a book during that time. So I think that's something that I want to kind of do again this month. Pause my time and just say, look, just read this book, see how you get on, try and finish it in a couple of days, and then go for it. And just use a book that's perhaps not so big in that space of time. So the first book that I really want to read is The Glass Woman, and that is by Caroline Lee. So I got this from Penguin, and I really want to start reading this now. It sounds really good. It's not a YA fantasy book. It's sort of like a thrillery kind of styled book, but it actually sounds really good. So 1686, Iceland, an isolated windswept landscape. Rosa is newly betrothed to John. The villagers look on them with both suspicion. They whisper dark threats. There is evil here. Rosa can feel it. Alone and far from home, Rosa sees the darkness coming. She fears she'll be its next victim. So Rosa marries this man called John, and there is mystery and secrets around him. And it's all about his last wife, who died. He then gives her a glass figurine of a glass woman, and Rosa's like, am I next? So yes, it's a little bit like a thriller, spooky kind of vibe. So yeah, I'm just hoping that I can get around to reading this soon, and hopefully I will like it. So I'm on a book club called The Howling Pack, and I will link the YouTube channel here so you can see. I was added to this 2 days ago, I think, and the book that everyone is reading is Children of Blood and Bone. So I've put this on my Kindle. It cost me like £4. I didn't really want to buy anything, but I was like, why not, let's be part of this book club. I've heard good things about this. I've also heard a few things that aren't so good, so let's see what happens with that. Hopefully I like it, hopefully I enjoy it. But our book club is from January to February, so there's not a definite rush to read this straight away, although I do want to start reading it soon. And I do find that I read a lot quicker on a Kindle. I don't know if it's because it's got a percentage thing and I'm like, come on, get to another percentage. I don't know, I just seem to think that I read a bit faster. So a quick bit of information. They killed my mother, they took our magic, they tried to bury us, now we rise. I don't think I'm saying it right, okay? Zeely remembers when the soil of Orshans hammered with magic, when different clans ruled, burns united flames, tides beckoning waves, and Zeely's Reaper mother summoning forth souls. But everything changed, the night magic disappeared. Under the orders of the ruthless king, anyone with powers was targeted, killed, leaving Zeely without a mother and her people without hope. Only the few people remained with the power to use the magic. They must remain hidden. Zeely is one such person. Now she has a chance to bring back magic to her people and strike against the monarchy. With the help of the Ray Princess, Zeely must learn how to harness her powers and outrun the Crown Prince, who is hell-bent on eradicating magic for good. Danger lurks in Orsha, where strange creatures prowl, vengeful spirits walk in the waters, yet the greatest danger must be Zeely herself as she struggles to come to terms with the strength of her magic and her growing feelings for an enemy. That actually sounds really good. I think that's the first time I've actually read what the book is about. I've just heard like mixed things about it. So yeah, I'm looking forward to reading something that is a completely different culture as well. And also it's still got magic in it, so it still entices me to want to sort of know about it. So they're the two books that I really want to read in January. If I can start these other ones I'm going to quickly show you, then that would be great. But these are the two that I sort of have to read in January. I mean, I've written them down, I have to read them now. So the other two books that I want to try and read is The Storm at Crow and The Splintered Silence. So both are books from subscription boxes. This one's from Book Box Club and this one is from Fairy Loot. It was an ARC book that we got. And this is sort of like Aragon meets And I Darken, in this fully new fantasy debut that follows a fallen princess as she unites a rebellion to bring back the magical elemental crows that were taken from her people. This is going to be coming out in September. So literally I feel so honoured to have this book. It's actually a proper ARC. So in the tropical island of Rodoer, elementary crows are part of every aspect of life until the Eleusian Empire invades, destroying everything. The terrible night has thrown Princess Anthea into deep depression. Her sister Kaisila is busy running the kingdom after her mother's death, but all Thea can think of is everything she has lost. But when Kaisia is forced to agree to marriage between Talia and the Crown Prince of Lucia, Talia is finally spurred into action, and after stumbling upon a hidden crow's egg in the rubble of the rockery, her sister devised a dangerous plan to hatch the egg in secret and win back what was taken from them. So it's very much a bit like Aragon, but it looks really cool. And finally, The Splintered Silence. I will link my unboxing so you can see me talk a little bit more about it. But just very, very quickly, Lindy Hamilton has been the leader of the space station Lucia since every first-generation crew member on board, including her mother, the commander who was killed by a deadly virus. Lindley always assumed that she'd be captain of Lucia one day, but she never thought the day would come so soon. And she never thought she would like this, struggling to survive every day, learning how to keep the Lucia running, featuring on how to communicate with Earth, making sure they don't run out of food. When a member of space of the surviving section generation dies from symptoms that look just like the deadly virus though, Lindley feels her world shrinking even smaller. The disease was supposed to be over, the second generation was supposed to be immune, but as more people die, Lindley must face the terrifying reality that either the virus has mutated or something worse is happening. One of their own is a killer. It reminds me of Doctor Who, one of the episodes in Doctor Who. So I'm really looking forward to that. So yeah, these are the 4 books that I would like to read in January. However, the first 2 that I spoke about are the ones I really want to read and sort of have to read. Although Children of Blood and Bone can go into February, then I'll maybe replace it with one of these. But yeah, let's see how it goes. And then I can finally start Throne of Glass. I mean, I've got them all and I'm so excited. So I just really need to get on with that. But yes, I feel like I'm doing really well so far. 3 books in like 9 days. I think I'm doing pretty good. So yes, that's the end of this. Let me know if you've read any of these so far. I don't think you would have read this one, maybe, I don't know. But let me know if you've read any of these so far, or if there's one that you're very interested to hear a review on. And I will see you guys soon. Bye!